All right. Um, all right, guys. So, um, so we're gonna be kind of discussing about this concept, reverse prompts. We're gonna be discussing this uh, um, reverse prompted tracks. This concept that we were discussing in the last couple of videos in this Obsidian. Um, what's it called? Mind map uh, solution. So this is a really cool app. Really awesome. I mean, this is a boss app. Um, you could, you know, do so much text and stuff like that. It's awesome. All right, so this is called Canvas. So if you want to learn it, um, you know, maybe send a couple texts or something. Maybe we'll do something regarding it. Um, However, it's super simple. Just download it, press Add Canvas, and then you get this section here. All right. So, this is just to show you guys kind of our project, uh, the kind of the details of our project tree. You know, because this will show you how we got to what we're what's it called trying to show you. Okay. How we got to where we are and where we're trying to go. All right. So we got this project over here called For Big. Okay. Now For Big, um, um, it was I think it was written by ChatGPT. Um, I think it was written by ChatGPT. Um, and um, we asked it how you how do you what projects would you have to do, right? um, uh, what projects would you have to do to how many projects would you have to do, um, prompt. So how many projects would you have to do that after you do them, right? You would by default be able to understand For Big, right? As a means of doing those projects, right? So we got this. Now this is the actual prompt that we did that we asked it, and it gave us this first by default. Add a box at the button. That's the first project. Second project, style box, position, absolute, da da da, project log mouse. Do all these projects and you know, you know, and you'll be able to get it. Okay, that's pretty much what it said. It said pretty much, bro, do all these projects, man, and by default you'll get to an understanding of For Big. You'll be able to understand this HTML. Now, what happens when you click For Big in the browser, right? Now, it's super easy to write HTML code when you copy and paste, right? So you just you could take, right, like what we did um, was we got this code. Um, uh, I think it was ChatGPT that you guys are seeing over here from the code that you're seeing. Um, so, oops. So there you go. JS Mastery, For Big. Okay, where is it? So if you run this code For Big, you will see it pop up here, right? So like we said, um, how many projects would you have to do that by doing them default you would be able to understand this. You get to the paradigm of where this of where this um, project was built from. So it's okay. It gave us then it gave us sequence. Um, it gave us this what's it called, HTML sequence, right? So how many projects and what pro and how many projects and what projects would you have to do? How many what begin beginner projects would you have to do that after you do them you will be able to understand um, this code here X um, super easily. All right, so this is our prompt, kind of, you know. um, how many projects and what super beginner projects would you have to do? After you do them, you will be able to, by default, understand this code here X super easily, right? So we're talking about 4 big, right? So then it gave us this, um, you know, then it gave us, oops, then it gave us, this, all right? So um, this first sequence is the project track, right? Reverse prompt project track, reverse prompt project track path, or whatever. This is a reverse prompt project track path that will, excuse me, by doing it, you will be able to understand 4 big, right? Now, we started to do project 1 in the first video, right? Um, so it gave us how many projects? It gave us 5 projects. Um, it gave us 5 projects that by doing them, we'll be able to understand 4 big. Okay, so this is gonna come in handy. 5 projects that by doing them, we will understand 4 big.html. All right, so this is gonna come in handy in the future. God's help. 5 projects. So um, project. So project 1. Also, we did a reverse prompt project track, first prompted project track for project 1 as well, right? And that's called sequence 2, right? 2 sequence, all right? And we said the exact same thing. How many how many projects how many projects and what super beginner projects that you would you have to do, that after you do them you'll be able to by default understand this code here X super easily. Okay, we said that to this, right? To this project 1, which is inside sequence one, right? This is our project one over here. Um, we asked it again. Project one. So we got four big. Um, then it gave us five projects that by doing them, project one of, oops, co project. So we got we got one project.html, right? And that is of total of five projects. So that is in here. That's our first sequence. Okay, so we got folder here. Oops. We got a folder here, and this is nothing here. By the way, you guys have to understand. This isn't anything. It's not doing anything. It's just like a notes app. Okay. Um, so we got first one sequence of tracks. Right. So we got here the first sequence of tracks, meaning the first sequence of tracks. Um, first sequence HTML. All right. Oops. One sequence, first sequence tracks. Um, so that then we have now we ask the same question: how many projects and what would be the super beginner projects? Um, oops. How many projects and what super beginner projects would you have to do that after you do them you would will be will you will be able to by default understand this code here super easily. All right, so this is what code are we talking about? Project one, this one. Okay, so we got from this the second sequence. We got the second sequence. What is that? um we got the first project of the second sequence. All right, that is, oh, what happened here? We didn't really do this one. But I'll tell you exactly what it is. We did this is what we got in response to the second sequence. Um, right. So we got the second sequence. Um, oh yeah, it is here. Okay. We got the second sequence HTML, and we got the second sequence response. Right. So second sequence. And what does it mean? Second sequence. It's the second sequence of tracks. The second sequence of tracks that we have to take in order to understand project one. All right. So we got first sequence of tracks, second sequence of tracks, second sequence of tracks. Um, two sequence called, okay, so two sequence HTML. So this gave us, this is the response. Um, Technically, this should be like this. Um, second sequence of tracks. For big. So try to understand for big. Okay. Okay, so problem. What's the problem? We have this piece of code. Okay. We have this piece of code. It's called for big. All right. Problem for big. Now the question was how many projects and what super beginner projects um, would you have to do in order to understand this? Um, uh, how many projects and what super beginner projects would you have to do that after you do them, you will be able to by default understand this code here X super easily? So what code? It's talking about for big, right? So then it gave us response. Response. Oops. What response did it give us? One sequence. .html. This is our what's it called? This is our response text. Okay, so we got response text, reverse prompt engineering project path. So this is what it is. So we got a problem here. Um, we got 5 projects. Okay. So okay, this is what happened. All right. So you have the problem. Um, for big dot html is our text here. That is our first thing. And we asked it how many projects, what super beginner projects would you have to do that after you do them, you will be able to by default understand this code here X super easily. So we got a response that is one sequence.html. This is our instruction sheet, right? So one sequence.html. This is our instruction sheet, and we got project one. So sequence of tracks, 5 projects, all right? 5 projects that by doing them, we'll understand for big one project of total of 5 projects. So one project.html is a total is one of a total of 5. So this is one of 5. As you see, one project. It's in part of the first sequence, and it's a total of 5 that are supposed to be here. And two sequence of tracks. Two sequence of tracks. This is called. Wait a minute. Um, how many projects? Now the same thing we did. We got the second sequence of tracks. So that's we got the 2 sequence. Um, trying to figure out over here, how to make this so you'll get it kind of easier. Sequence of tracks. Two sequence of tracks. All right, so two sequence of tracks. We have one. We have six projects, and we have three sequence. Three sequence. Three sequence. Third sequence of tracks has this number of projects over here. Um, all right. So we have every single one of them has a certain amount of projects. So um, altogether, this guy is coming out over here, popping out. Guy's going crazy in the back. All right. So this is the total amount of projects. So we gotta do this amount of projects. Um, so there's a certain amount of projects that once we'll do them, we'll be able to understand the, um, you know, uh, we'll be able to understand um, the big for dot big. All right, so honestly, this things isn't good right now for this, so we're just gonna make a sheet to make you guys' life much easier. Um, so okay, whatever. All right, we're just gonna make a new what's it called? Canvas. We're just gonna make it super simple. By um okay, fine, actually. All right, fine. Doing this project. Okay, fine. Dang it. It's crazy, man. This is crazy. All right, reverse prompted tracks. Maybe we need a new name for this. That's probably just the goal. Let's just do this. Alert basic programming projects. Um, okay. Um, so we say, what would you call this thing that you're doing called? All right. Project-based learning tracks. Okay, fine. So yeah, we're creating a project-based learning track. So this is what it is. This reverse prompted tracks. It's good stuff. Reverse project-based learning tracks. Concept to project breakdown. Uh, concept to project breakdown. Okay, very nice. Okay. What would you call the individual sequence though for every concept you want to break down though? All right, great question. The individual sequence for each concept, like on click, can be thought of as learning units, concept modules. All right, fine. So we got these learning units. Um, so we called this whole thing reverse reverse prompted to reverse prompt a model. All right, yes. So what you're doing is called is reverse prompted learning tracks. Reverse prompted curriculum. Reverse prompted learning tracks. Reverse reverse prompting curriculum. So as you see, um, we have what's it called? Final target, prompted project, reverse prompted modules. Oh, this is really good stuff. So, all right, all right. So we got this. We got this section over here. Um, we got this model that we developing, and kind of already pretty much by this developed. We got our final target. Um, breakdown units. Um, breakdown units. Track structure. Reverse prompted track. Who pass the class from beginner to mastery. Okay, so we got total of 15 breakdown units. 15 breakdown units. Um, total 15 breakdown units. Um, track structure. Um, put this guy over here. Um, so we got total of 15 total projects to do. Each of them are in their sequence, project sequence. So we got project one. So like for example, this is the project track to understand um, 4.4big.html, right? Um, what would you call this? Because there is another rever reverse prompted track that um, is used to understand the project one boss this raw project um, of this um, track. Uh, what would you call this? Because there's another reverse prompted track that is used to understand the project one out of box, which is this code, which is this reverse prompted track. Now we're gonna give it this guy. Oh, what the heck? It's so weird. That's so weird. Just doesn't. Event handler. All right, which is this. and and also another reverse prompted track to help understand the first project of this track, which is this guy over here. Excuse me. All right, you're developing something incredibly powerful and structured, a layered curriculum where each project can itself be broken into smaller tracks using reverse prompting, core prompted. Okay. Most simple name you would give to all these, though. All right, whatever. Um, all right. Anyway, excuse me. Not to go crazy. Um, you know, um, we have um, we have uh, we have a reverse prompted track, right? We have three of those. Um, uh, and once you get through all those reverse prompted tracks, right, um, you'll be able to understand big for big dot html. All right. Um, let's see. All right. Well, anyway, I'm gonna with God's help, I'll post this video, you guys, so you could check it out. Excuse me. This is just that the whole video was just to explain the whole project structure. That we got four reverse prompted tracks, um, and well, and um, we got four reverse prompted tracks, and by doing all of them, you'll be able to understand for big, right? That's our ultimate project that we're trying to get to, and this is what we asked ChatGPT. We reverse prompted a couple tracks from the machine, from the model, that gave us a couple tracks that by doing them we'll be able to understand a couple of serious projects in HTML. All right, so um, God's help. Next video we'll be actually getting back um, to the actual to the actual to the actual project. Um, so we did this guy, we did this guy. Now the next one we're gonna be actually changing changing text in tag, right? And this is gonna help us understand more about the. It's gonna help us more understand more about the. Excuse me. It's gonna help us understand more about the um, what's it called? Um, Second sequence. This is all to help us get to this level here, and by doing all these will help us to get to understanding the first box that we did in the first video, and by doing all this we're gonna be able to understand eventually how this big for big work. Excuse me. So other than that, you guys, wish you good. It's pretty exciting. Project 3 is coming up with God's help. So wish you guys good, success, and everything. So, all right, peace.